I've been at this YouTube thing for about 5 to 7 years now, and a goal for me was to eventually find my own way on this platform or my own purpose. The reason why I create content with the goal of eventually going full time. And I can tell you that even with the success I've had so far with, the press events and getting press bikes here in the garage, I'm still struggling. The truth is that anyone can do what I do on this channel. All you gotta do is pick up a camera, hit record, and upload it to YouTube. But compared to the way I make content in 2015, compared to now, it is drastically different, right? It looks nothing like, the cameras are different, the way I edit is different, the way I tell stories is different. And you can tell that, I've always strived to try to do the next video better, just be a better creator. If you've been following me since I got this space, this new house, this garage, you would know that this space looks nothing like it did when we bought the house in 2020. And that just shows, again, my effort that I put into things that I show you guys to try to always just progress, even if it's just 1%, just be better. But YouTube itself does not reward us for being good creators or any of that I just mentioned. They reward you for showing videos or making content that an audience wants to see. YouTube doesn't put your videos just in front of anybody. They put your videos in front of an audience that's searching for that specific content. And figuring out what that specific content is up to us as a creator to try to figure out. That is literally the biggest challenge for us, is to figure out what you want to see. There will always be a motorcycle, and on this channel, a lot of them have come and gone, from bikes in my own possession, like I got V-Rod sitting next to me, my friend's own personal collection. We got the Victory Gunner behind me, press bikes that I've had, like the Indian Chief in my garage, press events that I've gone on, Chief, Pan American, bunch of different demo events. I've gotten a chance to ride some really cool bikes. And one thing that I've been focusing a lot on is just trying to figure out what sets this channel apart, and trying to hammer down on that. And of course, at the same time, making content that not only I enjoy, but content that you guys want to see. Because to me, really creating is fun in itself, but I love sharing my story as a regular guy. I am a regular person just like you guys. And I say that again, anything on this channel can be reproduced. You guys, again, can pick up a camera and do exactly what I do. And it was like bikes like the Victory Gun. I just have friends that are willing to lend me bikes. And to me, I think that's a regular thing, because we trade bikes all the time. If a friend just bought a new bike, your friend said, hey man, let me take it around the block, and they take it around the block. So what I do here, again, is nothing different. I'm just picking up a camera. I have financial situations like you guys. I have a work-life balance. I have a spouse. I have a day job. I have a regular 8 to 5. And yeah, a big thing right now, again, for me is just try to figure out what makes everything on this channel different. And I feel like right now, what I like doing and what you guys like seeing is muscle bike content. There's not a dedicated channel, I feel like, to muscle bikes. And I've been doing a lot more of that lately. And not only is it fun for me, because that's really what I'm interested in, but I'm also seeing that there are a lot of you out there that really have a love for these kind of bikes. This YouTube platform gives so much in community and the AdSense revenue that we do make from making videos, and the opportunities that present themselves from making these videos and growing this thing and meeting other YouTubers and going to these different events. But at the same time, it takes so much more from the majority of us in time and frustration from creating and trying to figure out what the heck, why am I doing this in the first place? And a lot of the failed opportunities or situations that may come up. And if you didn't know, YouTube is a game of luck. It's a game of strategy. It's a game of many YouTubers starting out playing many different hats, and you're constantly searching, again, for what you need to create versus what you want to create. And that's what I'm trying to do here, is just figure out what is Bicasso? What is this channel? And that's just like one of those things I'm constantly searching for. The downside to that, or the stakes involved, is you're constantly creating and you're not gaining any traction, and you just fall off into nothing. And it's not necessarily wasted potential or wasted time, because somebody's seeing that video, somebody's being inspired by that video. And again, what I'm doing now at least for the past year, it's me figuring out why I started doing this in the first place without all the numbers, and just figuring out what got me into riding and also what got me into creating. And that's sometimes a lot of us for YouTubers, that's a constant thing that a lot of times evolves as we're going along. It's never really a static thing because, you know, your interests change, your content changes, but a lot of times when we feel like we're stuck, we go back to the original reason, or trying to find that original reason why we started in the first place. I told you guys in the beginning of the year that I wanted to take more risk, challenge myself, and do something that makes me lose sleep, but in a good way, lose sleep just because I'm just so excited. And I did that. And part of this is me going back to finding out why I started this, at least in the form that it is now, and that's solving a problem. I like solving problems. I like finding things that need fixing, like this garage, this was a problem. Getting electricity in here, getting the lights in here, getting the pegboard on the wall because I couldn't find tools when I needed to work on the bikes, fixing the oil leak on the V-Rod, trying to fix the fuse on the Victory Gunner, even though it's still popping fuses. There's always a problem, and I'm a person that likes to look at problems as little pieces of Legos, and I put them together to solve that problem. And part of me taking those more risks is me, again, challenging myself with a new problem. And that new problem, I found it, and I did something really crazy. If you haven't been paying attention in the past year, I've done a lot of maintenance on my bikes. My N109R is over there, V-Rod, and again, my friend's Victory Gunner. I've looked at these bikes as problems that needed fixing, or at least they had problems that needed fixing. And I've been trying to build up my skill set so I could solve bigger problems. And part of me taking on that challenge, that problem solving thing that I wanted to do, that thing I did, I bought another motorcycle. What's funny is that the new bike is actually sitting right next to me. You just can't see it. It's right there. And the reason I'm not showing the new bike right now is because I don't want it to detract from the message of this video. But let me know down in the comments what you think the new bike is. I'm really curious because you guys put out a lot of feedback on that post that I did. You had over 1,000 people to comment on that poll, and it just gave me a lot of feedback on where I feel like the channel needs to go. And, you know, again, creating content that people want to see, because I got a lot of stuff going. I got a Harley, I got a Suzuki, I got a Victory back here, and hearing what you guys have to say about that, it means a lot, because there's a lot of good feedback there. But part of me buying this bike, again, is to challenge myself and figure out where I fit in this motorcycle community, in this niche, and try to just continue to innovate and take it to the next level. And I feel like this bike is a huge step in the right direction. And the people that have seen it, again, they're excited for it. And if you want to see it yourself, you can click right there and it'll take you over to my Patreon, and I promise you, you will see the bike and what it is. If you don't want to see it, cool. But there's those for that want to see it. But if you want to see this entire V-Rod series on how I fix this oil leak on this bike, you can click this video on the screen as well, and it will take you straight to it. But if you're subscribed, yeah, I really hope you're subscribed so you don't miss this. Yeah, but as always, thanks for listening to my story, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.